Guess what? Look behind. There's an elephant with, there are three of them. One is a baby calf. So now that we have stopped, we're very curious what we're doing. So you can see how close it is. So he's rubbing its trunk, or rather the head against the tree. So as usual, they get worried, they get think, then they'll move away. But you don't want to get too close. Remember, this is a wildlife. You don't want to get too close. He gets annoyed, he'll tell you that I don't like you, you're in my space, you move. Now I'm being extremely careful here, guys. So, what a beautiful sight. What a beautiful animal. So the NGOs gave them chickens and ducks to rear, but they didn't rear here, they rear in the village. I will show you in the island. But we don't no proper vaccinations and proper feeding, so all the birds died. We don't know because of what it is, because of some illness. We're not sure what it is exactly. Of course, avian influenza is also a concern, but we're not sure about that one. Tahun 2007 2007. Lepas tu tanam
sayur, terong, rubis, sawi, kacang. Orang besar pergi.
So what they did after that was they planted all the vegetables. So of course, it's a big area, so not only for their own consumption but also to sell it off. But then the elephants thought it was a supermarket for them, and they went and destroyed everything. Sekarang tak simpan apa dah lah di situ.
Dulu hari tu pun ni, cuma tak sana kat pulau tu, tanah bawah tu, dah semua dah minat.
So they planted, they would try banana. The moment it gets ripe, big, before they can harvest, elephants help them harvest. So
Tidak, sini getah dah sampai dah. Sebelah sana ni ada buluh yang pulau sana. Tu semua tu basang ni durian biasa, durian hutan. Lepas tu getah, semua barang semua jadi. Di pagar tak ada. Minta berapa kali.
So they planted durians and even the rubber trees and the areas near here, but unfortunately the elephants destroyed all of it. So they did request for electric fences, but it cost money, so they didn't get the funding from the government. So there's elephant-human conflict, but that's what to do with it. Elephants, where else are they going to go? But so the orang asli have been living here for many years, so what happens is this whole cycle of poverty. Tapi nak buat macam mana, orang besar macam mana nak buat? Ini pun tempat dia, kita nak kan? Okay, so this is Ani. What happened was this is post Kemar, and just a few weeks ago, her brother-in-law was actually attacked by an elephant. Apparently he's in a bad situation. He survived, but he's in the ICU in the hospital on the mainland. So they were complaining a lot about this conflict. They say we can't even plant anything. Elephant will come into the houses, dig up their, usually it's tapioca, so they dig them up and just eat them. Coconut, one of the ladies had planted coconut, and the coconut was taken away by this elephant. They would just use their strength and off all the trees and then get those coconut bananas. So one of the problems that they are facing with food, and it becomes a food security problem, is because of the conflict elephant and human. It's a nice big settlement, but if you look at it, it's actually just like any of the Malay village that you would get. And elephants will walk through in the evenings, so they'll be hiding in their houses. They will walk through right up to the houses, and if you plant anything and that's it, they will just push them out. So that's another problem in elephants that they're facing at the moment. So it will hit this to make enough noise to attract the villagers. So it's using cans and using water. Oh, this is barbed wire. Very loud. So that should attract the villagers. Okay, on this highway, if you're lucky, you get to see elephants. That's just... guess what? Guess what? There we go. There we go. That's another beautiful elephant. Beautiful elephant. Wow. There's a group of elephant. That's one there. That's one right there. Can you see it? Yep, there it is. There it is. We are on this road to the Orang Asli village, and you can see elephant dungs, and the elephant is actually coming up from the hill, sliding down. So the road where the Orang Asli are using are also used by the elephants. Okay, that's an elephant grazing behind me. It's a bull. It knows I'm here. It's just ignoring me because he knows that I'm quite a distance away. But I will know. It will make sure it tells me that I'm too close to its comfort zone. But at the moment, it's just ignoring me. So I'm just gonna enjoy the view. Dari sana
Dia tembus sini.
sampai sini.
Sampai sini dia angkat.
So what they're telling me is elephants are coming out into their homes right from outside where the forest is. It's coming out here, and these are banana trees. It's after the banana trees. It's just 2 meters from the home. And this gentleman here was telling me that it was just about, it was touching the house actually when he was trying to get bananas from his house, and his young child was in the home. Problem. Macam mana halau dia? Halau dia macam mana? Ketuk-ketuk lah.
Ketuk tu dia pergi. Ketuk bentar lari.
So what they try to do is they make a lot of noise, you know, hitting the trees and, you know, whatever that they can get. They create noise so that the elephant goes off. But they do go off at times, but unfortunately now they're so used to it, they know that it's not danger, so they just ignore the villagers. So this is one of the problems that they face, elephant-human conflict in this region. So, well, it's not only the problem with that, it's also the problem with their food, which they plant for their sustenance. So when the elephant comes, you know, it's like a supermarket for the elephants. Walks in, everything is ready, takes everything and goes off. So it's danger to them, and also a problem to the food. So food security becomes a problem because of this conflict. So they made these fences to protect their farm of sorts, but well, the elephants, they literally just walked through this fence and ate the banana plants, the tapioca. You can see a lot of these elephant footmarks. So obviously they're pretty upset about it, because that's their food. And these elephants, you can see a lot of elephant. So this is a makeshift watch tower. So the idea is to look as far as you can see. It says, yeah, the elephants will come in this way. So the idea is to look at the elephants when they're coming in, where as they're about to come in. And then this villagers, what they do is they use firecrackers, and it says it's quite effective. Firecrackers are pretty effective. There he is up there. Oh, Matt, right? So this is usually at night. So he has a torchlight, and using the torchlight, he's able to see the elephants are in their farms, and if it's eating, if the elephants are walking through their farms.